We're on day 13. Day 13 of 25 days of knives with Dick Ritchie on AOK Product Reviews. This is the boker kalishnakov. I have always been, if I had an automatic knife, it was a boker kalishnakov. It was a boker. I've hence graduated since from boker to a couple other manufacturers. Specifically, my most favorite not boker, but my most favorite automatic knife is going to be the ProTech Godson. Yeah, I'm big time now. I got a ProTech automatic knife. It's pretty nice. So is this. Look at that thing. This is a handsome knife. Now this knife, they put grips on this sucker. It's gripped out, you know? So it may not fit everybody's hands. And that pocket clip is a beast. It's long, strong, and it's got hot spots. So you might want to keep that in mind. Maybe even swap out the clip at some point, but I'm okay with it. You know, when you got an automatic knife like this, I don't know. They're just really set up for knafs. You know what I'm saying? You need to also know this isn't what I consider a real common EDC. You know, if you're carrying a automatic knife as an EDC, you're kind of a hardcore dude or chick, pick your pick. But I think it's not something that I would only carry one. The only time I ever carry an automatic knife is like if I'm going to go hang out with the guys and I want to say, hey, check this out, you know, and then that's it. Then they're like, oh, wow, that's cool, man. What is that? And I'm like, it's a ProTech Godson. It's a nice knife. You ought to get yourself one of these if you can afford it. Because it was like $180 or something when I bought it. Let me open the hatch. It wasn't cheap, but I wanted it, and it was on sale. So as I've been doing all these giveaways, and I've been able to review and look at, and touch and feel older knives that I've already reviewed at one point, and I get to revisit them before I give them away. It's nice, and I carry them around for that day now, or a couple days depending on which knife it is and how quick I've shipped out the other stuff. Now I've got almost everything shipped out, but I've got 4 boxes left in my truck. I went to the post office yesterday, and you can tell Christmas is getting near. There was a line going out the door, so I just kept driving. I'm like, sorry, I'm not waiting in that line. Can't do it. It takes forever at this post office too. Whoop, my puppy wants outside. It's sunny out, so I got the curtain drawn, stop the glare. It's cold out there too. But I've been amassing and finding all my utility knives. I've got a bunch. Now, in the past, and even currently, I like doing weeks. I like setting up a theme for the week, and I do different themes for each week. Fixed blade week, utility knife week, modern flipper week, slip joint week, Sativian week, Ethan Grow week, manufacturers week, and utility week was one of my more favorite weeks. I ended up buying 3 packs of these because they were so cheap. I caught them on Home Depot at a really good fair price. So I'm going to be, whenever this hubbub's up, you know, probably like after Christmas, I'm going to be doing another video on utility knives, because during this Christmas I came across this bad boy. Yeah, it's called the Tough Built Pry Bar Utility Knife with Storage. And it has a push button. Yeah, so I'm hoping this is as good as the Fastback. We'll see. I'll be checking that out. And I'll be revisiting all my other utility knives. I've been throwing them on top of my table. I've got those I just showed you. But then I've got, the Stanley, Craftsman. I got a Fiskars somewhere, which is really cool. I got my go-to Cobalt. I use Cobalt a lot. Here's that Real Tree. Mossy Oak, not Real Tree. Mossy Oak little utility knife. That's kind of cool. My Lennox. I got almost every kind. Another Stanley. And this Irwin. This thing's a turd. But I'll be doing a video on those here soon, because I've been itching to talk about utility knives. I love my utility knives. I just, every time I go to the store, everywhere, I'm looking for something that's a little new or different, just so I can set it down, and I have them everywhere. I lose them, and I lose them, so my shop is about 1,200 square feet. That's a pretty big shop. This space just in here, my studio, my office, and my indoor, my clean shop is what I call this. It's probably about 400 square feet. I don't know. I lose them in here. They never leave, but they're gone. Because I got stuff everywhere. If you can't tell by my backdrop, I'm kind of a clutter guy, but not. I hate clutter. But I like it when it's properly done, and I feel like it's not done bad behind me. It's not properly done everywhere else in the shop. I needed like a weekend where I just attack all the crap in this shop, find a way to categorize it, because I end up going, I don't know about you guys, but I end up going to the hardware store to buy stuff that I already got in the shop, and I know I do. I just don't want to look for it. So it's easier to get in my truck, go to the hardware store, and buy brand new, knowing I've got what I am buying somewhere in my shop for sure. Know it. Not like I might have it. No, I know. So last night I treated myself. It's a local treat, if you ask me. It's a place called Skyline Chili, and it comes from Cincinnati, actually. There's Red Star, I think it is, Red something, and then Skyline. Skyline made it to Indy. The other one didn't. That's why I don't even know the name of it. But that one that didn't is more popular in Cincy than Skyline is. But Skyline's, here's their logo. They make all kinds of stuff. Like they'll make spaghetti with the chili. And I'm not that guy. And they put piles of cheddar cheese on top of their stuff. But I get the Coney dogs. Now, Coney dogs, they'll take a steam bun, they'll put a little mustard, onion, drop the dog on there, pour the chili over, and then put a handful of finely shredded cheddar cheese on top. And then when you get it, put a little bit of hot sauce on top. They've got like a very thin vinegar-based hot sauce. It's really good. Kind of spicy sometimes too, a little bit. And it trickles down through the cheese. Then you take your knife or your fork and you push down on the cheese and you get that in there as good as you can, and you eat that stinker. Sometimes you got to eat it with a fork. Yeah, if the chili's real fresh and everything was real fresh and hot, it'll want to like almost melt that bun a little bit. That's okay. I had to eat the first one with a fork. I get 4. Now they're small. They're this big. But there's a lot going on in them, but it's just a little mini hot dog kind of thing. But I ate 4. I could eat 6 probably, maybe 7. But I only let myself eat 4. I only go there maybe 2-3 times a year tops. Yeah, it's a guilty pleasure that I feel it. You feel it afterwards. It's kind of like going to White Castle. Yeah, it gets stuff sliding. It gets you lubricated. It's lubricating. Get you lubricated. Lubrication does occur after you have 4 Coney dogs at Skyline. Lubrication will ensue. Yes.